Welcome to another lesson. Today we will take a look at the Vosotros types of commands. We'll continue our study on the imperative. This lesson can be found in your book's Exploraciones on the pages numbers 44 to 46. The objectives of this video is to talk about Vosotros commands. We are talking about commands for you, informal, plural. And we would look at the affirmative forms of these commands, negative forms of these commands, and how they are structured. Let's get started. In Spain, there is the custom of using tú, which means that the tú is the you informal type of the pronoun, and then it's the singular. But if you want the plural, then you have to use vosotros. But in Latin America, is usted, the form usted, that is the most common form of the pronoun you. So you have usted for the formal, and then the ustedes for the formal plural you. Now, these, even though usted and ustedes are formal types of the pronoun you, they can also be used in an informal context. Now, when we are using ustedes for formal commands in Spain, that is how we are supposed to use them, and not vosotros. But just for the purposes of studying them, we will take a look at how they are also structured and how they are conjugated. These vosotros commands are informal in Spain. Now, the affirmative types of the vosotros commands. It is very, very easy to conjugate, and we will see why. The only thing you have to do is to take the verb in the infinitive form, take away the R, put a D, and then that is the vosotros type of the command, or the vosotros form of the command. So we have regular verbs like tomar, tomad, pensar, pensar, comer, comed, romper, romped, vivir, vivid, escribir, escribir. Then we have irregular verbs like ir, id, tener, tener, ser, sed, venir, venid, poner, poned, and then saber, sabed. Very easy. Now, for the negative forms of these commands, we have to use the subjunctive. So even though the affirmative forms of the commands were very easy, for the negative forms of the commands we'll have to use the subjunctive. So we have tomar, no toméis, pensar, no penséis, comer, no comáis, romper, no rompáis, then vivir, no viváis, and then escribir, no escribáis. Now we have ir, no vayáis, tener, no tengáis, ser, no seáis, venir, no vengáis, poner, no pongáis, and then saber, no sepáis. These commands with reflexive verbs, so we'd have to use the pronouns in addition to the reflexive verbs, and we'll look at how we can do so. For every reflexive verb, you have the pronoun at the end of the verb and join to it, so it becomes one particular, one singular word. Now, we have to remove the D before we add these pronouns in the imperative. And then every reflexive verb, with the exception of irse, will have to lose that D. It means that for irse, when you're conjugating them in the vosotros form of the commands, you'd have to keep the D. Whereas for the other reflexive verbs, you would have to remove the D. So levantarse, the reflexive pronoun se comes at the end of the verb and is joined to it. The same way for the formal commands, for the vosotros commands, you have it also joined to the verb levanta, levantad. You have the os joined to the verb and also used as one singular word, one single word. But before you do that, you have to take away the D, so you have levantaos. And then vestirse, vestidos, and then we have vestidos. If not, then this would look like the word vestido, vestidos, plural form of vestido, which is dresses. Then we have acostarse, acostados becomes acostados. Then we have dormirse, dormidos becomes dormidos. And then irse doesn't change, it remains id-os. Okay, levantados, that would be like the past participle form of the verb levantar. And then acostar también would be acostados. And then dormir would also be dormidos. That is the basic reason why, if you would like to use this as a trick up your sleeve, then you would remember that you have to take the D. If not, it would look like a word that you are used to in another context with a different meaning and not the vosotros commands. Well, this brings us to the end of today's lesson. I hope you have enjoyed it and you have learned a lot. Thank you y hasta la próxima.